Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Garrett.
It's such a pleasure to be here. This is such a long-awaited day for those who are members of the Force Headquarters Group and perhaps those who've been watching us make sausage. It's really great to have the flag unfurled and the command officially established. This weekend, of course, we're part of the many ceremonies that occurred. It was my privilege to bring in the senior leaders of those units that are a part of the Force Headquarters Group. And so in the audience are some of those folks. And I want to thank you for coming and for being a part of this process. I know it's been a little bit painful as we have worked 5,400 issues and as our command headquarters has been standing up and we've been maturing. I hope in the long run that the units continue to benefit as all the MSC headquarters benefit their subordinate units by being advocates for you and your Marines and sailors and their families. I'm confident that Paul will do that. He has it in his heart to do it. And it's a privilege for me to have served through that process and be a leader. We're also having to change a command. And I think I've been in a little bit of a gray area in terms of being identified as a commander until the command was stood up. And I want to thank my fellow general officers and the staff, and certainly you, sir, for treating me like the boss. Even though my shoebox of things was pretty small to start with. I had a tremendous time working with you as your peer, and appreciate your support both in establishing Force Headquarters Group and in doing the JT mission set. I think of the two, the JT mission set was a little more ambitious because the time frame was so much shorter. And I appreciate your collegiality in addressing some of the very difficult and meaningful challenges that we had in establishing the budget as well as the training objectives for an exercise that has value not just to MFR, but to the Marine Corps at large when we talk about it being the single large-scale exercise for the Marine Corps this year. So thank you. I don't think we've gotten to thanking the band yet, but I appreciate so much that you're here. And having the band play is such an important part of our official ceremonies. It wouldn't be the same without you, which says nothing about the quality of your performance, which has been great. So don't stop now. I think you still have an important part later. I would like to also, of course, thank my husband. Some of you might not know that we're relative newlyweds. And Pat and I were married in the year in which I was promoted to general officer. And so he's always been the general's wife, or husband. and as is Shelley. And so thank you for your patience and your continued support. You had your eyes halfway coming into it, and you've just been just a tremendous help to you. The joy of establishing the command, of course, is held in balance with the disappointment of leaving. But I couldn't be happier to pass on command to you, Paul. We're all here today with another purpose, or this weekend really, and we're studying sexual assault and the prevention of sexual assault. One of the things that helps us address that issue is regarding each other as a brother and sister. And it's been a pleasure to regard you as a brother in the context of a family. So I'm confident that the Force Headquarters Group is going to be in good hands, under strong leadership at MFR. And I'm looking forward to all the postcards about what you do in your next AT and how's it going at your training center, and the Christmas card of you and all your Marines at the birthday ball. nothing would make me happier than hearing about your continued success, whether you're a part of the command headquarters or one of the units out of the MFR enterprise. So thank you, and stay in touch.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commanding General, Force Headquarters Group, Brigadier General Lebedein.
General Hummer, Mrs. Hummer, all general officers, friends from the city of New Orleans, General Garrett, Sergeant Majors, Marines, Chief of Staffs, and our civilian Marines. As General Hummer's already alluded to, I did get promoted Saturday. My youngest daughter, Bryn, decided that she wanted to make a speech and came up and did that. And after the ceremony, General Dunford pulled me aside and said, 2 Lebanese made a speech during the ceremony. One was good and one wasn't. So for those that probably prefer to hear it from Bryn, I'm going to disappoint you, all right? Let me start off by saying, thank you so much, sir. As you said, our careers have crossed many times. I appreciate the confidence, and I appreciate the fact that I was able to serve with you again and continue to work for you and help those Marines under your command the best out of my ability. So thank you, sir. General Garrett, ma'am, you have been a sister to me. A sister that's constantly poking at me. No. No, I didn't. For the record, I didn't say that, all right? I was thinking, what should I have, but I caught that, all right? No, ma'am. I didn't say that, nor would I, okay? But I do want to say thank you for everything. Your leadership through this period, what you did for javelin thrust, standing behind it in the right manner. We'd like to always say, and we always give credit to the Marines, and I see my JT staff over here, and always a thank you for what they did and executed. But make no mistake, man, your presence behind it and leadership made it happen. And thank you for that. Thank you. A lot of Marines had a great exercise. And I also want to thank you for the turnover and fighting for me, as General Hummer said, and being able to pass on the command to me and simply say that you've set me up for an incredible amount of success. You've fought a lot of battles already that have really made it a lot easier for me as I go forward, and thank you so much. My fellow general officers, again, thank you. General Aravier, General Matchett, General Hartzell, General Collins, thank you for the guidance and what you've been reaching out to me and helping me along the way. I greatly appreciate it. So, to the Chief of Staffs and the threes, I know you were leaving about Saturday because that means I can't come into your office anymore. So I get that, but thank you so much for your leadership here and what you do for the reserve component. It really makes a difference, and thank you so much. So our majors, first sergeants, the backbone of what we do in all over the country. Thank you for your leadership as well. I also want to simply, of course, talk about a little bit about my family and say thank you. Brooke and Bryn have already leveraged hearings out of this. So in the sense of, because I'm always gone and Angie, I know you've already got a new car, so stop, okay? But thank you all. Thank you for your sacrifices, and thanks, Hunt, for everything you've done over our time. It's been greatly appreciated, and your service in helping the Marines and my daughters for what they're doing, which is beyond driving me crazy. I love you, all right? So thank you. So with that said, I lastly want to say to the Marines of FHG, it's a great privilege to be able to lead you and work with you as we look towards the future. It is just a great honor to be part of a great team that's here at MFR, and continue along with that and maintain the goals that have been set for us as we head forward. So, and the final is that we certainly should never forget why we serve and who we serve. Semper Fidelis.
rise for the playing of Anchors Away in the Marines hymn and remain standing for the departure of the official party immediately after. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for attending. Please join us in the atrium for refreshments.
It's a big tripod. It's on the camera.